Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode here on ESGNet, and this is NCAA 14 football, and this is the Highland Scotties Team Builder Dynasty, as we're back here with episode 37, and this is the first part of the off season as we're getting ready to step into the third season of this series here on the channel with our Highland Scotties. Now, of course, now you know the Highland Scotties are now national champion, and they are ready to go and defend that title here next season. But before we do that, we have to try to get some issues we gotta get done with. Of course, we gotta sign we got some new recruits coming into school. We'll show you guys those players here in the next episode. But first we gotta try to get some of these, see who's gonna be leaving us, as a lot of these guys are juniors and are eligible to go into the NFL now. The question is, who is eligible and who's not, and who's going to go pro? Well, I don't know yet. We'll have to see and find out here. But I will say that Coach Teddy Bond, we'll take a look at his coaching tree here. He's got some upgrades here he can make, and we're going to, of course, make some upgrades here. I think we're going to be looking at, if I'm not mistaken, I think we go ahead and upgrade in the recruiting process. So we're going to be trying to get more recruits here. I think we're at get like extra points here for some recruitment here to help us out if we go down that road, or we could go a way where we can try to help get some add some advantage to position players, so like that there. I can't really remember. It's been a while since I've seen this footage really. Because I've been trying to work on other series, new series like the Sporting Kansas City series for you guys and like that. So this is probably about a month old. This footage is, or whatever. But yeah, and I apologize for that. I should have brought this up sooner and stuff like that. But I get kind of busy. Now I will say the summer, as of right now, I'm done with work for the summer. So the series will be fast track here some here. We'll see more of this series and more of the baseball stuff coming up here as we go along here, and of course with the Sporting Kansas City series that we are currently in the middle of right now. So but there you see, we go ahead and upgrade some areas there for Coach Teddy Bonds here, and we'll see how this is all going to shape up here. Now take a look there. We are number one in the nation there from just last season. There you see 12-1. Number one in the coaches poll here. Texas right behind there at number 2, Clemson at number 3, Auburn at number 4, and Stanford at number 5. Alabama is at number 6 there. They dropped down from number 2 after having a tough season there. But and then you see Washington there at number 7. They were number 1, but losing to us in the national championship there. And I was really surprised how that game went to be. I was trying to figure out why, to this day, I'm still trying to figure out how Washington became the number 1 school in the nation, having a 2-loss season, and not to mention losing to Stanford and I think UCLA, who were the two teams that had a good record. I think they had 1 loss from the both. Well, I think both teams had 1 loss there, so crazy. But there you see other votes there for other players there. As for the Independents there, we're of course the best team in the Independents. There's no title or anything like that, but we're spending 1 more season, I believe, in the Independents there, and then I think in season 4 we'll go to by the looks of it, we'll probably end up going to the Big 12 here. I think I've been mentioning that here quite often here, that there'll be a team. But then I was thinking about going to the MAC here. They got a pretty good some teams there we could play. They're a small school like we are. Even though we're smaller, but that small school playing against another small school's atmosphere like that, we could be in. I imagine we'd probably be a West team there, so the MAC West there, but that means we would have to try to balance it out there, or we could play in the Mountain West Conference. Was another one I think someone else suggested there we should play in. So yeah, I mean it's kind of limitless, or the possibilities for us to play in whichever we could do, but I kind of want to have to make sure it's balanced. If we do play in the Big 12, I think I said Houston was going to be the team that we were going to put in for the South. and basically the between the North and South divisions would come down to Oklahoma and Oklahoma State. So I would try to protect those those games there between those two teams, so they can play each other every year. But that would be where the line would be. Oklahoma will probably be a North team, or vice versa. Oklahoma State would be a North team, and then Oklahoma would be a South team. But I haven't really sat down yet. I've been trying to figure that out here. But then I was thinking too, maybe bring a team just like how West Virginia is out east. Try to maybe bring a team out from the West Coast, so maybe like Boise, something like that. A team that's has a kind of like a Big 12 feel to it. But we have to find out and see. So I don't know if there's any ideas you guys think for the Big 12. That's the team I would kind of want to go, or the conference I want to kind of go take Highland into. Let me know down below in the comments down there. Let me know what team. Put down the 12 teams that should be in the Big 12 there, and convince me. Let me know why. Because that really helps me out to figure out what we need to do there, for just trying to make the conference fun and exciting and enjoyable for me, and for videos and stuff like that. So because I'm really excited about moving us in that fourth year there to the Big 12 there. So but we're just right now just taking a look around the different conferences here, and just showing you guys the numbers here, the rankings and stuff like that, wins and losses for all the teams. But for Highland, I mean, like I said, this is gonna be a fun year. If we can get, depending on what their how it'll look like next year. Hopefully Flanagan will stay around here, because I really like him. Don't get me wrong, I'm ready for Rush to start, but I'm really enjoying Flanagan. I'm starting to learn him a lot more better. Try to maybe get him the Heisman. We already got Wendell Kason. Of course, Kason, if he returns, he can go after the Heisman again. Try to be a back-to-back Heisman ever since Archie Griffin. So that would be something. That would be fun. It'd be a fun storyline to kind of work with. And also, a guy that was up, another individual that could have been a Heisman Trophy contender, is Hunter Cannon. I mean, he was just he had a great go there as we started the year, and then all of a sudden that freak injury there in Georgia happened, and so we have to try to figure that out. We had the whole year we had a Tolbert there who wasn't the best, didn't start off too well, but over the course of a couple of games there, he started to pick up things, and then of course the game that we just could not get the balls thrown to him was the classic LSU game there, that we just things were just falling apart defensively. We just could not keep up with them, and so that's what we're going to play them next year here, hopefully in a what do you call it, a game at a neutral site here. I think we're going to play them at Cowboy Stadium there. We're going to try to put them on the schedule, but I will say now that since I've already told you that this is the footage back a month ago, so I've already kind of got an idea of what the series is going to look like, because in the next episode you guys will see the schedule there, and I'm telling you now, the schedule for this was just a nightmare, trying to put all the teams I wanted to play at the same time the teams that they were suggesting that we should play. I'm like, okay, I kind of like seeing that matchup there. It was a nightmare trying to get these schools there that I wanted to, especially LSU was the one that I was like, no, I have to play them. I have to get revenge on them for what happened a year ago. But yeah, we do have them on the schedule, so don't worry. But there are also some other interesting schools that we're going to be playing there. We got Nebraska also on that list there. But I will tell you now, the first couple weeks are going to be a nightmare for this ball club, and I apologize now to all of them. But I tried my best to set up the schedule the way I normally would have it. But with the way how this other schools are playing in certain weeks, that just didn't work out too well for us. So But yeah, that was some. I mean, I could have changed the when they start playing conference play, which is something I may work on next season, and going into season 4. But this season, season 3, I didn't think about that until I already had a schedule made up. I'm like, well, I don't want to change it because then, it's like, you know what, this is our challenge. This is what we have to deal with here, and so that's just how we have to deal with it. So because in real life, if I was the AD or whatever, I couldn't, if I was trying to set up a schedule, and we try to play games with other schools, it just had to go based off what the schedule could be like. So we couldn't just change the schedule whenever we couldn't play the teams when we wanted to play them. It just had to work out to where both sides would be able to meet on those Saturdays there. So but yeah, next year is going to be a bit of a challenge, and you'll understand what I'm talking about when we get to that the second part of this off-season video here. But yeah, we're just taking a look here. Now we're going to look at the bowl results here. Hopefully your school or whoever you're rooting for made it there. Some pretty interesting games there for the most part, especially any time during bowl season. There's always some kind of interesting game there, interesting matchups there for the most part there. I was really shocked about that Colorado and Kansas game there. Kansas won 26-21 there, so there must have been something in the water there for them to pick up a victory like that. And then you see the Chick-fil-A Bowl against two Kentucky schools there, Louisville and Kentucky, playing in that one. Kentucky wins that one 41-13. Michigan State stomps the hell out of Southern Alabama 45-0 in that one. And then the Fiesta Bowl against SMU 51-31. And then of course we got Alabama against Clemson 38-48. Alabama loses. Yeah, tough year for Alabama. tough year. Eventually, hopefully, we can put them back on our schedule, or put them on our schedule here at some point here. We hopefully, and of course, it will have to be there, regardless of they're ranked or not. But we do have 2 recruits that we are looking at, and take a look here. We do get a 5-year extension for Coach Teddy Bonds there. As for right now, security-wise, he is safe, as he does win a national championship, and that's what really helped him out the most. So he gets a 5-year extension to his contract there, and he is going to go ahead and sign that contract. There you see, bowl record-wise, he's 1-1 for his career. And we'll take a look here and see, schools are hiring. Oregon State, they're looking for a head coach there. Gary Anderson lost his job after not meeting his goals, and TCU is looking for a head coach. Now, if you take a look at the top candidate there, you see 2 of those candidates are 2 of my guys. Now, I told you guys those are based off of my college roommates. I kind of use their middle names for their first names there. But David Sahib, defensive coordinator, and Alan Lawrence there, the offensive coordinator, look like they want to leave. And those are some of the rumors there. It looks like David Sahib is looking at possibly being the head coach there for TCU. So I wish there was a way where we can just keep them on the as our coordinators, but at the same time, I don't want to hold them back. I should say Coach Teddy Bonds doesn't want to hold them back. So Coach Teddy Bonds wishes them the best of luck, and hopes and has really talked them up a lot there with for the interview process and whatnot for those jobs there. So we may end up seeing them leave. It's sad to see that happen, but they kind of need to move on. But we do have new offensive coordinators there. You see Kingsburg, he's the offensive coordinator there, and there you see there we're gonna go ahead and he's one of our one of our assistant coaches. Now he's going to be our offensive coordinator now. So there you see his what he is. He's a young guy. He hasn't been as a coach very long there. And then Chris Ash, another one of David Sahib's assistants there. he is now going to be upgraded to the defensive coordinator now. So we'll see what he's going to be able to do here. Of course, both these guys have learned a lot from the two previous coordinators there. So we're in safe hands here. This playbook is not going to change too much here. There's going to be some differences in the playbook there, but for the most part here, we'll see here that Alan Lawrence, he has got the job there at San Diego State, so that's going to be nice to see. Now, I did get an email from the AD. He said that they are going to go ahead and they're going to play San Diego State this year, so we'll be able to see Coach Alan Lawrence there in San Diego. That's going to be very interesting to see how that's going to be played. And then I believe Coach Davis Saheed was signed to Illinois, and so Coach Teddy Bonds wants to play them there. They're in Illinois, so they're in Champaign, Illinois. So we'll see those guys there. Now, as for our players here that are going to be leaving here, we got a couple players here that are going to say, "Hey, Coach, I want to kind of move on." And we got actually a couple guys here going to the NFL draft. Some of them are not in the top. They're in the later rounds there, but we're going to go ahead and try to kind of persuade them to see if they'll stick around here. Grady Little, one of them, and we decided to talk to him, and we just tell him, "Hey, just stay here, try to get your degree here," and he's going to go ahead and stay. And not go to there. You see Adams. He's declaring he's going to be projected in the 4th round, and Robbins there in the 5th, Page in the 6th, I believe. But so these guys we're going to try to talk to. We're not going to promise too much to them. We're just going to say, hey, just try to stick around here and get your degree, and then after next season, then go declare into the draft here, or some cases here we might try to get some of these guys. I'm kind of positive. I'm kind of feeling that some of these guys could be up around further than what they projected. Adams, he could easily be a 3rd round guy, but we'll go ahead and talk to him about sticking around here. We tried to talk to him about keeping his, try to get his degree here, but we should go ahead and talk to him and say, hey, you know what, come back next season. Try to see if you can win a championship, and we'll try to work on trying to get you to be a 3rd round guy. So that's what we're going to try to do here. There you see Adams. He's going to go ahead and stay. Robbins, Deshaun Robbins there, one of our other upperclassmen here. There he is very persuasion of change is very high, and we're going to go ahead and convince him to stay. He does go ahead and stay. And then Mills Page there, the junior red shirt there, who had some pretty good games, had some pretty good catches for us this last season. We're going to ask him to see if he'll stick around to stay to get his degree. He will agree. And then, of course, Kendrick Gold, one of our redshirt juniors there on the offensive line there. We're going to go ahead and talk to him about trying to stay for another year. And he goes ahead and agrees with that too, as he's going to go ahead and stay there. And he talked to his family. So all the guys are going to go ahead and stay here. No one's going to go pro yet. I kind of wish now as I kind of sit back and think about it, I should have. They're all under 95, so I guess they could have. I guess we have the right to keep them there, but try to convince them to stay there. But I think now I'm just going to say if they're probably a 90. A 94 or higher, we're just going to say, hey, you know what, let's just go ahead and we're going to let you go there. So that means we'll have a bit of moving around of some players here as we continue the off-season video here in part 2. So stick around for part 2 as we'll look at the freshmen are coming in here. Of course, some of those freshmen will not be able to stay around. We'll have to cut some of those freshmen, and also we'll have to redshirt some of those freshmen there for this season here. Just keep them around for another year of eligibility and see what they can do, because for the most part here, everybody we started off with in this series is going to stick around here, and they're eager, they're hungry, they believe that this unit can go back and get to the national championship again. Why not? We did it last season. We didn't think we could do it last season. wasn't supposed to do it the first season, and the second season wasn't. I mean, if you talk to a lot of people, that there was just a fluke and that it shouldn't have happened. But this year we feel like we could be another contender here, and we'll take a look at also the scheduling, how that's going to set up for us, and also who's going to be on the depth chart this year, and possible contenders for the Heisman Trophy, and so much more. So that is it for this first part of the Highland Scotties Team Builder Dynasty off-season video, part 1. We'll see part 2 here coming up here very soon here, episode 38, as we'll finish off that and get ready for the third season of the Team Builder series here of the Highland Scotties. That's it for this episode, you guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button there, and hit that bell notification so you guys be the first one to know when this series or any other series here on the channel is uploaded. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for more Highland Scotties Team Builder Dynasty here on ESGNet. As always, keep yourselves healthy, and I will see you guys next time.